Hello friends. Today we're going to be doing something slightly different than our normal schedule. We're going to be doing something I do normally 3 times a year as like a check, So 3 times a year I do a check to see if I have all of what I need for the zombie apocalypse, and if I don't, then I go out and I either make it or I buy it. In the past I realized that my weapon choices were inefficient, so I made new ones, or I didn't have a specific amount of bandages, so I went out and bought a med kit. You see what I'm saying? And so this is our final check of the year, and we've come a long way, so I think this should be really fun. Alright, this is it. This is the loot. This is the pack. This is what we're going to be carrying with us. To begin, I want to start with something that a lot of people don't even include or don't even think about. This is something that I think is super genius. I saw done in some movie, the Bird Box. They have these like work tool belts, and they store like a bunch of necessary equipment in and like on them. And I think it's super genius because then you can just run around and have like stuff like extra mags, hatchet. I'll go through exactly what I have in here and my bag as well. But I think this is something super genius and it's very inexpensive. This cost me like 20 bucks. So if you want to have a quick way to access tools, books, or anything of the sort, I recommend you get yourself one of these. Start off on the excess compartments. I have this old knife, pretty big knife that I got from flea market. It's basically a buck knife. We got flashlight here. This is some bandages or like an ace bandage. This is like if you hurt your toe, or not your toe, your ankle or your wrist or something. Or if you're just bleeding out, I'm sure you could use that as well. And on here, I got a multi-tool. And here, got some binoculars. These are really small. These are really good for like, is that a guy over there? No, it's just a tree. You know, that kind of thing. Got a knife. Next we have this lantern light that I can put on my belt and it sees the floor, or I could put it in like a camp tent and it only takes like a few AA batteries. We have my hatchet. I only have my hatchet in here because I don't want anything else to get crushed. If you want, you could put like something else in here. I did carry my book in here as well, but I got these pants and I could just fit in here. So I recommend you get a book and a pencil, but I just put that in my pants. As well as I brought my other pant pocket. I brought my sling. This is really good for, slings are fun. They're fun to, like a pastime. I'm not good with a sling yet, so it's great to practice and kind of take your mind off of things. And I feel like those things are important in the apocalypse, especially if you have spare room in your pack. Stuff like this. And also, of course, it's a weapon, so, you could kill a zombie with it. Alright, time to move on to our pack. So this is my pack here. Starting off on the outside, we got a leather pouch that I'm using as my med kit. I have a med kit in here, and a bunch of different like bandages, whatnot. My friend that made this for me, thank you, my friend. Up here, we've got things that I think I would like need really quickly, such as like a ski mask if someone like were to see my identity, or a life straw. Life straws are really good. I would get one if I were you. And, well, MP3 player, because I don't want to get broken. Say what you will. This is a Bluetooth one. I can have one, like, AirPod in or whatever if I'm really feeling bored. And walk and have the other ear out and listen for, like, danger. I know some people don't want to put, like, music or, like, headphones in their apocalypse kit because they'll be tempted to, like, listen to music and then they'll get, like, gnawed on by a zombie before, or someone else attacking them. I like it. I think it's important for like morale and whatnot. Matches. You could put lighter, matches, whatever. Just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff like fire starter. I got some fishing net in there, and yeah. This is my rations thing. So I just put in a shoot ton of ramen. And here I have second med kit. It's got a Star Wars tin for fun. And it's got like all the necessary things in here. It's got some gauze pad. This is a smaller one. It's got a gauze pad, some antibiotic. This is for like changing bandages. This is the main compartment. I got a wool blanket. This thing can be used as obviously a blanket. if you need to have fire starter, or if you need like a bandage or something, cut a piece out of this. I will always take a blanket with me. Next up, we got my clothes. I got socks, undies, and pants, and a change of shirt. I also have this file in here with a wash off. It's just a bastard file, just in case. Clothes, right. So I know a lot of people do not, or I know some people don't want to include clothes in them, because they count it as like extra space wasted. Personally, I think that, you should have at least one pair of clothes. Socks, I have like 5 pairs of socks in here because in class we were learning about trench foot when I started making this pack, so there's a lot of socks in here. But it's good because if you get your feet dirty, if you get your feet wet, you do not want your toes morphing together. And let's say you get into like a really, really muddy area, or you get into like something that's really bad, like chemicals or something, you need to take off all your clothes. You don't want to be in an apocalypse, in a wasteland, butt naked, waiting for your clothes to dry and get cleaned. I would just take them off, change, put them on like your outside, clean them when you can. That's what I would do. Frying pan, this is good. Cast iron, doesn't need any like oils or anything. You just put it on, cook. This isn't too heavy, but I keep it in here as like a backup. There's a backrest, a folding saw in here, just in case, you're making camp or something. Oh, and there's a bunch of paracord at the bottom. Forgot to say that. I've got this. This is another mini kit. I've got a bunch of fishing equipment. I got a, what is this called? Ferro rod. I got a mini knife. I've got a few nails. I got a lighter, matches, some easy rope to burn if you need tinder, or, and then a bandage, just in case. And last but not least, I have book, journal. No one's gonna keep records, really, and it'd be kind of cool to tell your story. So whenever you have downtime, take your mind off of things, write a few journal entries about your experiences in the apocalypse. And hey, maybe if you die and someone steals your pack, you get to know your name. I think it's pretty cool. How could I forget? Pride and Joy here. This is the Saw Blade Battle Axe V2. This is my baby. Yeah. If you want to know how to make one for yourself, because this thing is a zombie killing machine, I recommend you watch the video, right? You know what? I don't know how to do that yet. I'm not that good of a YouTuber. Just look at the end of the video. I'll put it in the up next or whatever. I would include like a secondary weapon. Right now, my quote-unquote secondary weapon is my hatchet. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you bring a mini baseball bat that you could fit like here. Something blunt that you could put in your bag. This used to be in my pack, but then I did this to it as a test to see how effective spiked baseball bats would be. And, well, now I can't put it in my pack because it's going to spike everything up, and I don't want to put it up here because I might, like, accidentally kill myself if I fall hard. So, I'm going to get another mini baseball bat, and I'm going to put that in here. I recommend you do the same. Alright, so now for the conclusion. First off, this is the things that I'm going to probably be adding to my pack. Number one, I need to get like solid rations. I really only have like soup, some meat, and like beef jerky and some bars. I want to have a little bit more than that. Something to really get my foot into the apocalypse with, and have some solid rations that's not just ramen. Number two, I need to get a good way for hunting / fishing. Get some like snare traps, like a mini fishing rod. I know my friend has one that's extendable. I want to get something like that for hunting and fishing. Third, I'm probably going to add a water bottle to this. In the past, I never did because I'm like, oh, I just have a life straw. But I think it'd be much more beneficial to bring a water bottle. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, adding to this is I'm going to be putting in bolt cutters. Bolt cutters is something that I think are like really fairly small ones. Like I've seen one at Harbor Freight for like this big, where it's good for just going through fences, or if there's something on my pack or on my weapon or something that needs to be like chopped that I can't do with like my knife, it's a good thing to have. Also, final thing is I want to add a mini baseball bat like I had previously, but I want to have one maybe even a little smaller and keep it in here as a backup weapon. Oh, yes, and that reminds me, so this is actually really fun because this gave me 2 video ideas while, or 3 I guess if you count this, while making this. It's that, number 1, I want to make some better armor, because this is like one of the only things I actually have for armor-wise. So I want to make some really good, like, apocalyptic armor that's really effective and that I would actually wear in the apocalypse, because I've made armor in the past, and that's fun. And it's cool for, like, mini battles, but I could not go days and days in that. Or I would not like to. I could, but I wouldn't like to. So I want to make some custom apocalypse armor, stuff really fit for my situation. And secondly, I want to make a shield and a mini weapon. I want to get, like, a wrist-mounted shield that I can have. Like, if you've ever seen Goblin Slayer, he has one. I want to have something like that. And I also want to have, like, a more blunt weapon. So, a few video ideas. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, farewell, friend.